And we are back. Oh. A couple of seconds in and already fucking up. We're back. So it cooked. I'm trying to put music because I always have music when I stream. This is gonna be a mukbang. And I know what you're. Oh, it's you shouldn't eat from the pot. It's way too hot. Are you my dad? No, seriously. No. Okay. Never mind. So yeah. So we're gonna be eating that. I'm super excited. I got my. I know it's warm, but I'm gonna try to do it. It smells phenomenal. You saw the deal. And yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm so freaking. Look how well it cooked. We put it in the oven for a little over. Should we say fuck it and eat with the. Yeah. Not as good as I remember, but still. It's super moist. Yeah, so we're gonna open the hand fuck. Oh. A bit of sauce on my pencil sharpener. So yeah, so and it'll be one messy eating situation, but and I know I usually do the mukbang on Friday. We might take my day off for streaming, but I'm streaming like 8 days. I just sleep. Since I'm back to work, it's better, you know, because I feel like there's a purpose, and it's weird because oh my god, I'm already started. Well, mukbang started. Hello. I feel like me doing what I want YouTube is very purposeful, but another way. I'm my own boss, and I don't think if we're gonna create content, right? I'm gonna be consistent. I have to overwork. A lot of people tell me, well, you work really hard. And I don't feel like I work hard enough. So I think there's a balance, a certain shift. And be my boss. My own boss, like, how hard do I have to be with myself? You know? I could say, I actually feel like saying, those are fucking amazing. I know I'm off topic, but you could basically say you're your own boss, and nobody knows your strengths and flaws. If you're your own boss, but your boss is gonna be like, well, I expect more from you, and it's a hard thing to do, to be expecting more of yourself, you know. I was gonna say, not everybody can be their own boss, but I mean that's true. And if you can be your own boss, that means you're out of control. We're talking about strength, about grounding. And even though this is not the exact definition of grounding, it applies here, you know? So yeah, so I wanted to do a I know, as like I said, I wanted to do like a mukbang on Friday, but I had a lot to say. So at work today, I had a lot of thoughts, which is fucking amazing, right? But it's such a hard thing. It's such a not a hard thing morally. I think okay, I know this makes a lot of sense, but the thoughts I was having today are growth provoking. So those are thoughts I should have had long ago. And this is gonna be something that is gonna help me grow. I had such a good day at work today. Like I said before, the people were so nice. And I'm thinking about it because of your perception of event. I even text one of the guys that used to work with us. They told me everything. I know my way of feelings. My feeling of being bullied, the pressure. We're all like truthful. I never was dishonest about that, but you have your own perception, right? And no, it's so nice to be in depression. And I'm ashamed to say, I actually thought it was because I was seduction, you know? But maybe I never expressed how sad I was. Sure, I said stop. To my bully, I said stop. It's enough. But I never told him I'm sad, I'm depressed, stop it. The difference between stop you're annoying and stop you're actually hurting me. Maybe I haven't expressed that. That is entirely my fault. This is the only what's left. This is delicious. And you know, it's so hard because by saying that you're admitting a part of guilt, and I understand that I wasn't the one bully, I was a kind of victim, right? But it's so easy to say, oh my god, such a sim, dude. It's been 3 days, and I'm them being nice, and I'm like, oh wow, such a good place. It is a really good place, though. Again, I never really expect myself, and I know people truly care about me over there, and we are a family. I do love those people, but it's such a hard thing to admit, because the mistake I did, or the shortcut I took, was to blame everyone else. And sure, I always thought I was some blame. Guys, I'm finished with soy medicine. I'm finished already. And basically, the mistake I did. I feel like eating the sauce itself. But I'm gonna do it off camera because I think this is disgusting. But you know, it's odd because I think I always admitted that I was guilty of not putting this down, or not saying it's enough, of not expressing myself. That's something I can admit. But the way they're treating me right now, it makes me. It is the worst feeling because you're wondering, okay, so maybe I'm even more guilty than I thought, and then you start you go in insight or in eyesight, and in eyesight you start having doubts like, oh, how much of it am I to blame? And I know I'm repeating myself, but it is such a present thought I have, Like, sure, and I know this is depressive, and I'm sorry, but this is what I'm going through, and I want to share that with you. So, I think that, I was wondering today, like, how much of it if I ended up, because my depression wasn't caused by an event. My depression was caused by accumulation, so multiple events happening over and over and over and over again. But my question is, sure, they all happen like they all happened. You know, it's hard. It's really hard because I'm possibly more to blame than I thought. You know, people. Trust me. I was afraid of when coming back, I was gonna get judged for having depression. It's a complete opposite. I feel like people they didn't know how much I was affected, and they're being so kind. So like I said, I'm saying to 4 hours every day, right? And there's a guy. It's hard. There's a guy who lost his mom. One of my coworkers, a really good dude. He lost his mom about a month ago. You know, and when he came back he came back on Tuesday, and he's very in his emotion right now, which is normal. He lost his mom, you know. But honestly, the guy is 60 years old, you know, so show. And he came to me, and I was depressed, and it's funny because I'm depressed because I have accumulation. So together they might accumulate it more to the death of a parents for sure. But it always gonna seem like it's more. And the guy has reason to be depressed, and he came to me very, no, I don't want to say aggressive. He wasn't smiling. He was very very serious, and he said that I know you finish at 11 every day, but Friday you're gonna stay until 2. And so what's going on at my job is that it's the labor week. So we have 2 weeks per summer where you have a vacation. So there's 6 people working. So we're a lot less. By being a lot less, there's a lot less work, right? And so he told me. So I thought we didn't have enough work, and I was like, okay, well, sure, I don't mind. So yeah, I want to make it like a dinner, and I realized that this guy it's still thinking about others when he's depressed, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't. Fuck. Again, insight is horrible. I don't think I'm a selfish person, but there's always a but. I don't think I'm a selfish person, but I've been alone, and I'm alone so often. And I don't necessarily think of others. I don't necessarily think of others because I'm so used to being alone. I'm so used of only having me to think about. And of course, I want to think about others. Like I said in the previous mukbang. I'm at 30 years old, and thank God. Shout out to Shao. Shao is one of the person at work who is really the person who give me shit and say, yo, he really give me shit and say, yo, you're not acting properly. This is only a joke, or yeah, this is something. He told you something, and the way you reacted is not the way you're supposed to react. You're supposed to react. He told you bad news. You're supposed to show concern, And I don't think I could take it by him trying to control. But I honestly think he understands that I don't have a brother, I don't have a sister, and I'm socially behind a lot of people. So and that all has to do with coming back to work. Come back to work, I really had that mentality of they're gonna be judging you because you kind of give up on them, And honestly, it's funny because I wasn't gonna come back. And I decided, it took me one fucking dinner with them to say, you know what, I care about those people, I care about that place. I know I told the story, but I fuck it. When I came back on a Thursday, so the funny thing is, oh my gosh, not funny at all. It was a Friday. I came back, and the day before we had huge storms. It was tornadoes. So I come in the place, and there's water. The fucking office is ruined. Oh, the cafeteria was ruined. There was place in the workshop, and to God, the level you would walk on it, and I was like, and of course I'm not stupid enough to say, oh, I could have prevented that, but I'm like, those people are suffering, and I'm part of them. I'm part of this family. I'm part of this unit, right? And it's not fair. It's not fair for them to suffer, and me to have So I went to the dinner, and I was surprised by how much I miss them, how much I care. It's easy to say, I never had a long, well, never had. I had some long distance relationship, and it's easy to forget that person exists when you're so far. But yeah, so going back on it, like I said, coming back to work, it made me question a lot of things today. A lot of things, and I honestly felt bad because although my depression was real, my feeling of depression was absolutely 100% real. Maybe I misread. Maybe I got more to blame, and it's hard to blame yourself because depression is very hard, and you're suffering a lot, and then like fuck them. It's easy to say fuck people. It's hard to say, yeah, well, you were kind of part of the problem, you know, and I was part of the problem because again, I didn't try. I don't want to say didn't try hard enough. That's not a true answer. That's not true. That's not true. I want to say maybe I could have done more, you know. And I really feel I'm stupid because not stupid, silly. There's a lot of time I was suffering and I didn't say nothing. I was raised in a household where you don't talk about your problem, right? I wasn't sure if I should come back, but coming back has really helped me out. And I think in 3 days of coming back, I did more healing than a month. And my boss is being a fucking soldier, you know. Today he asked me, he told me I should get some hobbies because he said he cannot be. So my boss knows I do YouTube. Everybody at work knows that I do YouTube. Everybody knows I film video, but hard to say. I don't understand. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm absolutely fucking weird. But I have a hard time telling people. I don't have a hard time telling them I do YouTube. I have a hard time telling them who I am on YouTube because I need that separation. I need that separation from online persona to normal persona, and I feel like honestly feel that this lack of honestly, I feel like it's because that I'm not comfortable with one of the persona. I don't know if it's X, myself, or Ing Vendetta, you know? I was talking about how a previous stream, like a stream ago, I was talking about how Ing Vendetta needed to happen, needed to be me, but I don't know. On one side you got me, X, which is a personification of, we're going far in psychology right now. The personification of doing of living true life, of having my experiences, of meeting the people I've met. And there's Ing Vendetta, which is the person I created piece for piece, and I am Ing Vendetta. I do believe there's a part of me that's Ing Vendetta, but I don't know. I haven't tested Ing Vendetta, and it's hard to explain. With new people, I'm Ing Vendetta, but with people I know, it's hard to be this persona when they know the real me, you know. And so yeah, so they know I do YouTube. They don't know how much, again, because I'm not. I think there's an acceptance that needs to be done about me having those two persona, right? And I feel like I'm to blame too, because although I love being Ing Vendetta, I love my highlight of the day is really coming home and filming videos, streaming. But I'm not ready to give up on who I am. I'm not give up. I don't know. I didn't think I would gonna have to be one person. I always thought that's not true. I always thought I wanted to be Ing Vendetta, but now that my life is going good at work, that I'm saying that X might not be such a bad person, you know. So it's really hard to it's really hard for me to be, hey, I'm this guy on the internet. So again, if I'm not comfortable saying who I am, it's because there's some issues behind it. Otherwise, I would be so proud of myself. I am so proud of what I accomplished online with you guys. But if I was so proud, I'd be able to be like, yo, this is real life. I would be able to talk about it in real life. It's very different because when I'm doing those mukbang, when I'm doing those videos, it's like a vlog. It's like a diary log. It's very personal. I'm very personal. I'm very personal with you guys. I'm more personal online than I am in real life, and I think that's because I feel like it's more therapeutic. I have a lot of self-confidence issue on how I feel. So I said before in this video that I wasn't really raised to talk about my emotion, and I think that's me not being social is also a part of it. I feel like if I was completely comfortable, I would tell them. So all of this to say, my bossy knows how to YouTube. Everybody at work do YouTube. They don't know how much time I put. He was trying to look out for me by saying, "Hey, find a hobby, find something. Can't only have your You cannot only have work." And I know I'm repeating myself, but it's such a hard thing to understand that there's a chance I wasn't wrong. There's a chance I was completely right. And when I tell people what I've been going through, they tell me this is not okay. And there's an instance where it totally was not okay. There's some instance where I really, really suffered, and it was justified suffering. There's some instances I can think of right now that are very traumatic. But at the same time, a majority of my feelings are good. It's very odd. It is very odd because there's a lot of me that a lot of me was happy to leave this place. A lot of me was really happy to leave this place, to do my own thing. But if I'm being honest, I missed it. If I'm being honest, I know that we're only gonna have till December 2024. And I know you're saying, Ink, we're the fucking 26th of July. Wait a sec. Yeah, we're the 26th of July, and I really understand that it's a long time, but in a lifetime, a year and a half is nothing. And it's fuck. I'm being so open book, and it's really hard. It's so easy, so fucking easy to be like, okay, well, I don't want to go back to that place when I still have the choice. When it's gonna be closed, I'm not gonna have the choice to go back. It's gonna be a whole different story, because the story is that I had a choice and I took my choice. Now the story is gonna be I don't have the choice. The bar company closed. There's no going back. And if I'm being honest, like, I know right now I'm completely sold on work, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That's 100% because of how I'm being treated. I don't want to play a victim, but I'm being treated so well, and I know it's only temporary because things are gonna go back to normal, and people are gonna know I'm fully healed. Eventually, when I'm gonna be fully healed, I'm hoping it's going back to normal, because I don't want people to worry about me. That's not a plan here. That was never the plan. It's kind of crazy. I mentioned before, and I really thought about it. I was convinced that people that care about me would want me to leave this place. That if I wasn't unhappy, they would be okay with me leaving. But it's completely opposite. People that care about me, they want me to be next to them. They want me to be around, because they want me to be here. They want me to be around them. They want to feel my presence. They're in a position where and I know it's kind of crazy to say that. It's completely a foreign concept to me. But again, I'm so behind socially. I feel like they want to keep me around so they can watch over me. They can. I'm part of some. It's hard, bro. Part of the unit. I'm part of the family. Want me around because I'm part of it. They want to keep me around because they have this they can make sure that they're okay. They can make sure that we're interacting, and I feel like I was feeling blessed that the people that are in my life would understand that I want to leave. I'm feeling very grateful that people that care about me want me to stay, because oh my gosh, this is so weird to say. I feel like also the people that want me to stay feels like this is a better place for me. Feels like this is a better place where I am. This is a better place than I could be. I really do feel as if me staying there is the best thing. And I think that they believe that is the best thing for me. And it's crazy because they don't know what I do at home. They don't know about YouTube. They don't know what shit. They just assume. But I always thought assuming somebody was happier, or assuming anything about anybody else, I always felt like it was a bit icky. Um, Now that I understand that they assume that I'm better here, and it's crazy because them assuming that it's better for me to be at work, to be around them. I always had about it as a bad thing, but no, because it come from a positive outlook. It come from a positive intention. That it come from a place where, hey, I want to make sure that this guy okay. We think that he's gonna be okay with us here. It's better for him to be here. I don't actually know, but the fact that they mean that I participate. I think it's really kind. I think it's really, I think it's really noble. I think it's very humble. You know. So me going back, it's kind of the best thing. And a year and a half is a lot. I know it's a lot, and I still have. I'm doing much better. I'm so glad I came back. I'm so glad. Um, am I am I still afraid that this 1 year and a half is gonna go bad? Sure, I am still afraid. I'm still afraid that there's gonna be moments in this 1 year and a half where it's not gonna be okay. But at the same time, we're having vacation for holidays. At the same time, we're having this I feel like ultimately, because I'm going around in a circle. I'm sorry. Ultimately, I my biggest pet peeve is that I'm going to be suffering again. My biggest pro for the company is I feel like, so we're going to agree on one thing. I know so a lot of people won't agree, but I am strongly believe that I started too old. I started YouTube at 30. I still have some growing up to do because, again, socially awkward, socially behind. I, I, I think if I have some growing up to do, I have to grow up at my place. My pace being with people surrounding me that I trust, that I love, which is work. Because I'm happy at home, but at home I'm one person. I'm happy with my parents, but again, my parents, they have their own life, and they sacrificed so many years for me as parents. And I understand a parent is a lifelong job, but my father is retired. My mom, she's retired. My mom, she's been working two jobs for the last 10 years. My father's been working a job where there was a lot of pressure because he was the union leader, right? And yeah, so I want them to have their own life, and I don't think it's bothering them with my problem, but I want to be able to say, hey, I want them to be able to say, hey, my son doesn't need me. My son doesn't. My son is gonna have a good day whether or not I interact, right? It's crazy. Just today, the janitor, he came to me, and I told you guys I had problem with the janitor, and I do have problem with the janitor. But today he came to me, and I hate that expression, but that's the only expression I can think of. It came to me man to man, and he told me, "Listen, your downstairs neighbor's been complaining to me. I know she's word for word. She said, I know she's a lot to handle. I know I've been in your situation. Because I thought about it before. My neighbor is handicapped. She can't really walk. Um, but she's not a good person. She's not nice. She's not nice at all. She'll appear nice and you'll take her a pity, but when you get to know her, it's not. I'm my own person. But out of the four people that I've interacted with about her, three of them were Three of them told me that she was not a good person. Three of them told me that she wasn't okay. And the fourth person, if you're wondering, he left. The other neighbor. So she's the person that she's gonna call and ask a lot, you know. And he came to me and he said, "Listen, I think you're a good." He told me I think you're a good guy. Is that true? I don't know. I'm not into that. I want to believe it, but I we had issue in the past, and I don't wanna settle for something until I know it's truly true, right? If if I had problem with you before, chances are I'm always gonna be a bit doubtful because we had this past together, right? And then he told me, I talked to your mom and I talked to your dad, and I know you're a good kid. I don't listen to her, but I just wanted to you. I don't listen to her complaint. I'm not gonna write it up, but I just wanted to tell you that she's been talking behind your back and she's been writing. And honestly, she can say whatever she wants. I don't give a fuck. So the truth is, my I told you guys about a year ago we had an old janitor, and I've been in this apartment for 10 years. So my ex janitor, we were close, we and it was kind of a weird friendship where I would only see him at the first of the month to pay the rent. Oh, it's itching. I would only see him at the first of the month to to pay the rent. But when I would see him, I would stay 40, 45 minutes just to talk. And to me, that's friendship. It doesn't matter how often, how what do we talk about? It's just that we're having this relationship where we can see each other periodically and we can talk, and there's always a good time. And with the old janitor, he used to really have my back. He used to really, really have my back. So when the new one came and we had issues, I was like, fuck, the girl downstairs, she's gonna fuck me over. She's gonna make complain. He's not gonna have my back as much as as the other one had. I'm gonna say should, but he doesn't have to do nothing for me. He doesn't owe me anything. So I was afraid, and you know, I'm grateful because he did say my parents. He know them, and for him it's weird because he's old. He's an older gentleman. This is old school that if I know your family, if I know your parents, if I know where you come from, I'm gonna be more able to say you're a good person, you're a good kid. I don't know. I have no clue, but the fact that they intervened, I was very happy about it. I said, "Fuck, I have amazing parents." And then the conversation, I was having these thoughts about self reflection, and yeah, my parents did help me, but again, I felt like I was dependent on them. It was contingent on them being saying, "Hey, he's a good kid." I think it's I want to do that for my kids too, but at the same time, I want my kids. I want to be able to tell people my kid's a good kid, because I want it to be true. I want my kids to be good kids, and me being able to brag about it. But at the same time, I want my kids to be able to be considered good people without me having to say they're good people. I don't think. I think a good person is somebody that does good deed. I think that being a good person is contingent on you generally doing more good. It's not necessarily by act. I said by action, but it's also by word, by your presence. Presence. Are you when people that are around you, are they feeling comfortable? Are they laughing? Are they smiling? Or they're nervous? They're unsure. It's all a question about. I'm not gonna get into aura because I don't know enough about it. I don't even know if I believe in aura. But I do know that me being around people, I see them smiling, and that's a big part for me. If I was being around somebody, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. If I'm around somebody that's not smiling or that's silent, I feel uncomfortable because I'm like, well, am I doing something wrong? And technically, they're not introverted. They might be introverted. I'm so extroverted that when I meet an introvert, I'm trying to relate to people a lot, and I'm trying to have them relate to me by thinking, oh, I'm like this, I'm like that, right? And this guy at work is super introverted, and I feel awkward around him. I was making a lot of effort to talk to him yesterday because I felt bad for him because he wasn't talking. And today I said, you know what, I'm not gonna make effort. Maybe I'm pushing him to talk to me, and that's why he's reacting the way he was. And I didn't make an effort today, and the whole day he didn't say a word, and I felt bad. But that's what he wants, and I cannot force him to talk. And I think that's a mistake I made before. I think that's a mistake. It's definitely a mistake I did before. Definitely a mistake. I'm not talking about that person in particular. I'm talking in general. imposing myself. I'm somebody that takes a lot of space. I'm somebody that talks a lot. I'm somebody that has those crazy ideas. I'm somebody that's not normal, and but I'm very friendly, and I feel like I'm imposing myself sometimes, you know. But all of this to say, I have to grow up, and I think I'm gonna be able to grow up at work. I'm gonna be able to grow up as a person at work because this is a place where I'm comfortable. I'm not gonna be able to. It's sad to say, bro. When I left work, I had all of these ideas for YouTube. I had all of this motivation, and if you look at the first couple of weeks, I slept a lot. This so I was out of work for 8 months. I'm gonna say the first 3 weeks I slept a lot. I'm gonna say the fourth, fifth, sixth week I was okay. Since the storm happened, I have been sleeping. Yesterday I slept 12 hours, and that's not good because I want to create content. I understand that my body probably needs, but it's hard to know that your body truly needs. Again, you might be imposing. So there's this theory that's going around right now, which is fantastic. That your body, when you're hungry, is gonna tell you. It's gonna give you a clear sign that it's hungry, and the fact that you can become hungry psychologically because you're craving food. So it's an addiction. So you come in a place and you say, "Oh, I'm fucking hungry," but you don't feel hungry. You just think you are. So you're gonna eat, and basically the body only has a limit. The limit you give itself. There's gonna be time. I want you to think. I know we just ate. I know this is disgusting, but I want you to think about the time where you felt like you were hungry, and the only reason you stopped it was because you were puking. You become physically ill, physically sick. There should be a stopping sign that is before sick, a content sign, not overly fed. And of course, I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm trying to lose weight, but I understand I'm coming from a fat person, so it has less credit. But still, I wanna be in a place where I move up in the world, and I think work is the best place. So yeah, it's a really good decision. I wanted to talk. So that's why I did a moment today. I was feeling a lot. It was a very a lot of self exploration today. A lot of questioning, and it's hard. There's a part of me that understands that I'm not even gonna get the answer. I understand that. I know that. I realize that. Another part of me is like, oh, maybe you don't need the answer. Maybe you only find out you're questioning yourself. You know, there's questions you're gonna have in life, and you're gonna find the answer when you stop looking for them. And what I'm asking all those questions is where the answer is gonna come up, and the I'm gonna be able to analyze it, to be identifying it. I say, oh, this is a problem I had a couple of weeks ago. I don't think there's a clear answer. There's never gonna be a clear answer on life. I think you just do your best, and that's what we're trying to do. I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm already finished and I'm gonna stream. Know that I love you guys, that you matter, and yeah, it was really cool. I think I know it's a lot of rambling and I know it's not making sense, and I do understand that most of my mukbang have been more on the negative part of things. But I'm just somebody that asks a lot of questions, you know. There's gonna be a time where I'm not gonna be asking questions. It's gonna be all positive, but I'd rather not fake it and be honest with you guys. Because at the end of the day, the fact that you watch it or not, this is very therapeutic for me, and I'm eternally grateful that I have YouTube as a platform to externalize those feelings. And it's just weird because I'm not getting any views because I'm a small guy, right? And I feel like if I was getting views, I would be able to be as honest with you guys, because this is personally something I'm doing as a diary, right? You don't write your diary for everybody to read. You're not Anne Frank. So yeah, so I'm taking advantage of that moment. I'm taking advantage of present, at work, at home, videos, growing as a person, and yeah. Maybe I'm going in the wrong way, but I'm going places, and I feel like no matter where I go, it's gonna beat the sitting in place. Peace.